that which has nothing to do with the attempt to begin or to end anything. Let's conclude within the conclusion well. An involvement is within itself. That is the non-attachment that is on its own. An involvement is on its own. Non-attachment is on its own. Let's conclude through vimutti, liberation, thoroughly. Then one will be enlightened to the truth that it's not about the front, the present, let alone the past. It's not in the front or not at the present nor at the back. Because no is not even no itself. Therefore, neither is about the present, the future or the past. Total cut through the timing. No is not even no itself. It indicates that the present doesn't grasp for itself. The moment of the mind doesn't grasp for itself. The moment of the present doesn't grasp for itself either. My even from my itself. No is not even no itself. No doesn't grasp for no itself. An involvement is within itself. It doesn't grasp for itself. It indicates that the present doesn't grasp for itself. Nibbana has no timing as in the present, the past or the future. It's not considered as such. Nibbana doesn't signify as Nibbana itself. Nibbana is not even Nibbana itself. It's just a language, terminologies. For example, emptiness, it doesn't exist. The emptiness doesn't signify as emptiness. The emptiness is not the emptiness itself. It's just a language to say a terminology. If it's fixated upon, then it seems like it is there, truly. Therefore, we need to use language that purifies themselves. My, even from my itself. This is self-purification within my, so that my will not be used to my to reject. Listen well, ending within no time. Listen and let there be nothing that is left. Ending the listeners. Ending all that is within the listening. This is not to listen to create wisdom, as they said, not arising nor ceasing within listening. Listen in a way that has nothing to do with arising or ceasing, ending all of that. To listen in order to gain wisdom, that is samsara within the wisdom itself that is arising. Listen to end the listeners. Listen and end listeners. Disengage within itself what is there to be obtained. Uninvolved within itself what is there to be uninvolved. Naturally, uninvolvement is there on its own, cut through at every moment. Whether it's about the mind in seeing and knowing, reminders purify themselves, cut through themselves. This is not to recall to create something from it in the way of clinging. This is not to think in order to take a refuge within it. Step back to disengage from itself. Constantly use the reminder of cutting deluded knowing as a conclusion. Everywhere in this world is so small. Where you stand is a small earth. only a small bit within the infinite universes. Nowhere are not stepped by the Buddha's Mahabarami and all the Arahants. Buddha eras on top of Buddha eras on this earth. Therefore, it's up to you. Don't go further than the alignment. From my itself, uninvolvement is within itself. Otherwise, it's just going further and further. Cut through within itself. My is within itself. This is not about using other things to bless beings. Cutting deluded knowing as helping. Cut through as helping. Sometimes when you use soul, it's like you use something. Soul is from my, within my itself. Soul liberating. Soul releasing. But when you use soul, it's like you spitting your saliva, poisonous saliva out there. Soul is derived from my itself, therefore it's liberating. It's releasing karma and karmic difficulties. If you don't use the conclusion of the enlightenment, when you bless, you will be just spitting. And all those intangible beings, they don't like it. They will avoid your blessing, your soul. Because each individual has different refinements of whatever they used as a blessing. There is no need to search for a refuge because you're gonna meet a stump instead. Just step back, disengage within itself. Use the conclusion of cutting deluded knowing thoroughly, all by oneself. There is no need to search for Buddhas. You need to use the essence that is given, cut through within itself, disengage on its own, non-attachment on its own. Use the same essence. Be one essence as them. There is no need to search for them. Because whenever you search, it's just going further. Therefore, we need to learn the word เลย in เลย เลย how is it เลย เลย is going further than the alignments of the essence, the true essence. Even stillness itself is going further, is เลย already. Let alone not still. That which has nothing to do with being still or not is a realm of existence. If it is falling in stillness, so just listen. That which is not realms, when falling in stillness and indifference, is become realms of existence, which is already เลย already going further. Therefore, uninvolvement on its own thoroughly, uninvolved even within the uninvolved itself. Even the uninvolved itself is going further. That which has nothing to do with involvement or uninvolvement, how can it be stuck with the uninvolvement or involvement? That is going further, whether it's at the uninvolvement or involvement. Therefore, let there be uninvolvement within itself. Then the conclusion will be having nothing to do with involvement or uninvolvement naturally. Automatically, it will not be about an attempt to dwell within anything. You can call it emptiness. Cannot use too many terminologies because it's gonna be too real. It's just a made-up thing. Cannot use too much. Once non-attachment is on its own, then it will have nothing to do with anything automatically. It turns into the boundlessness, sunyata, purifying samsara already in this way. It cannot be called attempting to dwell. Let's make a conclusion to purify the attempt to dwell. Purify the conclusion itself. It will be according to that. Listen to that which is not about grasping. Listening without grasping for the listening. Listen to that which purifies the listening. In the Buddha time, they listen like this, ending accordingly, ceasing accordingly. If you will use alphabet, it has to be the alphabet that purify themselves, just like mind. Mind that purifies itself. Emptiness that doesn't grasp for itself. The alphabets purify themselves. Nothing is left to become titi, circling within samsara. No grasping also, not grasping for itself. This is the purification within the alphabet. And listener will end the titi as well. Opinions and meanings will be ended. Otherwise, the alphabets will be taken as samsara. This is prohibited because it will become karma. Use it when it's necessary only. Use it to conclude for the listeners, for the audience, ending for the audience. Gradually listening, then all of you will have great blessed fortune to help in for samsara automatically. Must refine how to use languages for samsara, to end for samsara. Just listen, listen. Listen without interpreting on top of it. Don't use thought and interpretation on top of it. Not even or I got it, because everything is discarding on its own. Therefore, constantly use this. With everything is disengaging on its own. Therefore, don't grasp for understanding. Even that's right. That's not the way. No is not even no itself. In all the titi, opinions and meanings. It's like a little bit of titi is overlaying there. Or I got it, it's still a titi. opinions that is still overlaying. In other words, it can be called Dharma appreciation. Don't give exemption to this. This is the leftover of Titi. Just my within my itself. Cutting is within itself. Continue with this. Then uninvolvement will happen on its own. It will turn into the purification of the emptiness for samsara. Sunyata purifying samsara. It could not be called beyond, because there will be something that is beyond something. Let there be the words have self-purification, so that it will not become karma for the audience. We cannot use the word beyond, because it's not about something that is beyond something. Therefore, every terminology must have self-purification within themselves, because they can pick it up as Titi further and further. It's unending. Just like at present, they use this sentence and that sentence and Tripitaka as the Titi circling, opinions and meanings are circling, is not ending. And it turned into an education. This is a big samsara. Listening without ending in itself. Listening and grasping for listening. Therefore, the grasping is circling. Collective Titi become a fixation that is so firm in a whole samsara. Therefore, my within my itself is not to grasp for my, is not to reject. My must purify itself. My cuts through itself. It doesn't grasp for itself. It's ending within the ending itself, ceasing within the ceasing itself. This is the language that gives ending within themselves, terminologies that end within themselves. Therefore, we can use them. It's better than to reject anything, because it's exhausting, chaotic. My this, my that. My from my itself, ending is there. Letting go as well. Don't think of letting go of anything. It's so troubling. Letting go on its own. Letting go of the letting go itself. The act of letting go is wrong, because there is someone who is doing this act. There is just wanting to let go and trying to let go, but it's not true letting go. It's just desire and attempt. There is the desire that is doing it. The letting go must let go of itself, not letting go of anything.